Today what we're going to talk about is why you're not feeling your glutes during your glute workouts. And I'm going to kind of walk you through a couple things that could be affecting you during your workouts that is going to cause you to not feel your glutes, and I'm going to give you some solutions on how to feel them during your workouts. Alright, so the first topic that I want to talk to you guys about is being quad dominant. Now being quad dominant is quite normal. A lot of my clients will come in to see me and say like, Suyin, I've been trying to grow my glutes, and whenever I do any kind of glute exercise, I just feel it in my quads. So there's some ways to kind of work around this, and I'm going to talk to you guys about a couple different things that you can do to become more glute dominant or glute focused in your workouts, but one of them is glute activation. So pretty much the idea with doing a glute activation prior to doing your glute workout is to kind of pre-exhaust the muscle that you want to feel during the exercises that you do. And it's funny because a lot of my clients will come in and they'll say, oh my God, Suyin, like this isn't the workout, this is only the warm-up. But again, pre-exhaustion. So having a super sore, activated booty prior to, let's say, doing your hip thrust is going to change the outcome of where you feel it when you're doing the exercise. Next topic that I'm going to talk about is mind-muscle connection. So I know it sounds a bit wacky if I say, okay guys, think of your glutes when you're doing your glute workout. Sounds a bit weird, but it actually works. So if you think about it, what you're focusing on during your workout is going to change the outcome of, again, where you feel it. So if you're doing your workout and you're kind of thinking, man, I'm really feeling this in my quads today, I want you to kind of take a second and then refocus your energy on exactly where you want to feel it, which would be your butt. So again, while doing your glute activation, you can kind of practice the mind-muscle connection by thinking and focusing in as you do it. I know sometimes when I'm doing my glute activation, I'll actually shut my eyes and I'll just be sitting there doing, let's say, my seated abductions or doing my squats and thinking of just my glutes as I do it. Makes a big difference if you kind of take away other stimulus and can really focus in to your body. All right, so the next issue that could be happening while you're doing your glute workouts is you might not be using the proper form or technique when performing exercises. So I'm going to walk you through two movements that I think, if again you're doing the wrong position, really affects the outcome of where you feel it. And the first one is going to be an elevated hip thrust. So I'm going to demonstrate for you guys. So first I'm going to show you the perfect form. So you're going to have your upper back against the bench. You want to have your chin tucked, and you can think of looking straight forward. From here, I'm going to have my feet a little bit wider than hip width distance apart, and I'm going to just lift my hips up, squeezing my bum at the top, and then coming back down, hovering. I want you guys to notice that my shins are at about a 90-degree angle at the top of my bridge, and I'm not overarching my back. I'm staying quite flat at the top of the bridge, okay? So again, I'm letting my hips come down, hovering, keeping my chin tucked, coming up, looking straight forward. Another little thing that you can do as well that's gonna help you feel this movement more is think of driving your heels into the ground as you lift up your hips. So again, keeping tension through my heels, coming up, squeezing at the top, back down, hovering. So now I'm gonna walk you through two things that you could be doing wrong in this position. So let's say I'm here. My feet are a little bit more forward and I'm coming up. Oh, okay, so here, as soon as I do that, I feel it more in my hamstring. So again, if feet are too far forward, you're gonna activate your hamstrings. Now let's do the opposite. Let's say my feet are too close in and now I'm coming up. With the feet closer in, I feel more in my quads. So getting that perfect angle of the shin, again, nice 90 degree, is gonna cause you to feel it more through your glutes. All right, so the next movement that we're gonna do together is a lunge. And I'm gonna show you how to make your lunge a little bit more glute dominant as opposed to quad dominant. So first I'm gonna show you kind of a more quad dominant variation of a lunge. So I would again widen my stance. I'm gonna come down and I'm a little bit more upright. So notice that my torso is quite straight and then I'm just coming up. So right now, again, I'm feeling this a little bit more through my quads, okay? Now I'm gonna show you how to make it a little bit more glute dominant. So from here, I'm going to go in the same position, but instead of just coming straight up and down, I'm going to initiate the movement by letting my hips go back, then lean forward as I do it, and then as I come up, I'm going to drive through my front heel and straighten up at the top. So again, initiating by letting the hips go back. I'm in a more forward position. So this again, I'll show you, would be more glute dominant. So I do this, and then this, more quad dominant. So a very small change in my posture, but Again, big difference in the outcome of where I feel the exercise. All right guys, so to quickly summarize all of the points that we spoke about today during this video, the first issue could be that you're quad dominant and you're not properly activating your glutes. The second could be that you are not utilizing mind-muscle connection. The other is that you might not be performing the right exercises with the right form. And then lastly, it might be that you're not training with Suyin lifts or that you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel. Thanks guys!